everyone. This is Maheen, and welcome to the CanadianSME Small Business Podcast. Today, we're looking at the digital transformation of the boots on the ground industries. In 2026, home and commercial service businesses are moving away from manual scheduling and disconnected tools towards intelligent self-running systems that turn a website into an instant revenue engine. Joining us to discuss this is Franc Botti, the CEO and co-founder of MioCommerce. Frank is a seasoned executive with over 25 years of leadership experience managing billions in spend for Fortune 100 companies like Elkin and A1. He has combined that corporate rigor with the in-the-trenches experience of running a field service business to create an all-in-one platform for modern service providers. There's lots to uncover and break it down for you. So without further ado, let's dive in and welcome Frank. Frank, it's a pleasure having you on the show today. Welcome to the podcast. How are you?
Thank you, Maheen. Thank you. Very fine. How are you?
Very well. Thank you so much for asking. Now, Frank, we're very pleased, as I mentioned in my intro as well. We'd love to open our discussion by understanding how do we redefine service operations. I mean, you've managed teams of over 1,000 employees in the corporate world, but you've also operated a multi-service home business yourself. Tell us what makes MioCommerce different from other service management platforms.
So MioCommerce actually was conceived just pre-COVID. What we had seen from my corporate experience involved in managing very large portfolios of companies providing services to both home and commercial clients was that first and foremost, the home and commercial service industry is very fragmented. So, and always has been. And as technology started to proliferate, there was a lot of what we refer to as marketing platforms that they were sort of starting to crowd into the space, developing technology where they can find consumers and match them up with what we refer to then gig economy employees. And their advantage was really building the technology that allowed them online to connect consumers with folks who wanted to provide a home service or a commercial service on location. Most traditional SMBs that were established, had businesses, et cetera, didn't have the advantage of being able to dedicate large sums of cash, basically, to developing their own tools for online booking or online management, or even developing their online presence. And so we saw that as an opportunity to actually create what is essentially a cart, but for the service industry. So I'm sure you've purchased, and many consumers have purchased, product online, where you go to a product, you go to a website, you find an add to cart, and from there you can see product and add it to your cart, put in your credit card, click purchase, and have the product delivered to your home. In the world of home and commercial services, we originally started, by the way, in the home service space. Now we service both home and commercial service businesses. That technology was not available. And what we saw was an opportunity to actually focus on creating what we call live pricing, or what we now refer to as advanced booking technology for service-based companies. We originally started with what we call live pricing and real-time booking pages, the ability to actually plug onto your website, just like you plug an e-commerce solution to sell products. You can plug our MioCommerce onto your website and allow consumers to visit the website and not have to fill in a contact us page or some kind of a form, and then wait for the SMB to finally get a hold of them. From what we understand and through our research, we saw that about 1.7% of consumers who ever fill in a contact us form actually get called back, and there's a quite obvious reason for it. Again, SMBs are small, fragmented, and typically the SMB, the prior owner or the team, is out fulfilling jobs during the day, so they're not being able to respond to people who are connecting to them on their website through a contact us form is very difficult. So this is dating back 6-7 years ago. And today, our technology allows us again to plug onto a website and any one of our advanced booking technology, where the consumer, once they go to the website, they can, through filling, it's basically a card again for services, but by responding to questions, you can get live personalized pricing specifically, for instance, for your home. that is unique to your unique requirements. You can include extras that you require. You can even add a frequency to ask the consumer how often they would like the service to be performed. And all of those factors then provide them with a price. They're able to actually from that see their the calendar of our SMBs, which is linked directly to all of their teams. So we display in real time our SMB's actual availability. So the consumer can pick from the calendar. And once they go ahead and enter their credit card, confirm the booking, they're actually purchasing on the spot. We've eliminated the entire need for a consumer to have to wait for an estimate or a quote. And for that matter, saving the SMB a ton of time from having to actually fill in the quote, submit it, wait for a response, so on and so forth. We've eliminated all the friction, the friction.
Well, combining these sophisticated high-tech tools with high-touch life support ensures that SMEs actually adopt the technology rather than just paying for a subscription that they don't use. Now, Frank, let's explore how automation can improve cash flow and reduce manual financial strain. Tell us, how does MioCommerce help businesses get paid faster and improve cash flow?
So there was two questions in there: automations and cash flow. So I'll try to answer both of them. From an automation standpoint, again, coming back to the example I just gave you, most of our of the SMBs in the space often find themselves, burdened down quite heavily with a lot of administrative tasks. Typically, they're fulfilling the jobs in the day, or they're managing their teams, or they're finding customers, or dealing with customer questions or customer service. And what they found themselves with very traditionally is in the evenings, weekends, that's when they're getting all the administrative stuff. And that could include everything from collections to asking customers for reviews, because the reviews is very important to local businesses in terms of being able to draw in more customers. And we've automated with our technology. We've created AI automations that allows our SMBs, based on their parameters, of course, to select things like when would they like to charge the customer, and the automation automatically charges the customer, for instance, after their service provider has checked out from a job. So there's a lot of things that we're doing to reduce the amount of time, one, that an SMB has to think about doing some certain task, and two, in actually doing the tasks. Another example of that would be when it comes to payments. And now on the payment question is a lot of SMBs today, the traditional model of charging for collecting cash is often they complete the job, they'll send you an invoice. On an invoice, if it's digitized, there is going to be a link, and the customer can actually go ahead and pay for that payment. So while that is an efficient process, it is one that is time consuming because, as you probably experienced yourself, you get an email, it's in your inbox. By the time you get to it and pay that invoice, time has elapsed, and timing of cash is very important for our SMBs. So we've automated that process. Not only have we automated that process, but our technology, particularly our advanced booking technology that you can plug onto your website, allows us not only to collect the credit card, pre-approve it, and authorize it in advance of the service actually being completed, but once you've got that, you no longer have to send out that invoice and ask for payment. We still have that option on our platform, but most of our SMBs who are using online booking technology, particularly our live pricing booking pages, actually basically short circuit that whole collection process way up front. And essentially, they can actually automate the timing of the collection before or after service is done with one of our automations. So they don't even have to worry about having to go and follow up and do the collection.
That the automating side of things, the automating the collection and invoicing process at the moment of completion, it turns a logistical headache into guaranteed revenue. So thank you for highlighting how that works, Frank. Now next up, let's discuss how AI automations is streamlining daily business operations. Frank, how do AI automations save time and increase profitability for service businesses?
Yeah. So again, the best way to explain it is maybe probably by using a few examples. We talked about payment automation. We talked about um, some of the review automations where you can actually ask a customer for a review. And as in terms of our SMBs' ability to grow their customer base, a lot of local businesses depend very much on reviews. If you're advertising online, if you're promoting your business online, you need to make certain that you have you're able to get reviews from customers and be able to display those reviews. So our tools make it very easy for you to ask for reviews, instantly ask for reviews, or automatically ask for reviews, depending on the set of criteria that our SMBs are able to set. And those reviews are able to get, when they do get the reviews, we actually are able to post those reviews immediately on their website. So all of this activity that normally was done manually, especially the requesting of a review in order to get it posted, we've now not only made it possible to automatically ask the customers for the reviews, but we actually post the reviews directly onto their website on something that we call a customer floating dock, which is always visible to the visitor of the website, no matter where they are on the website. So even if you imagine yourself visiting a website, being interested by what that website has to propose. But if you're buying a service, 9 out of 10 customers today, before they buy a service from an online a business that's branding themselves online, they're then going to search for that business's reviews. The last thing you want them to do is to have to search for the review, because now you're distracting them, go into another exercise, and possibly be distracted by the results that a search a browser will show. For instance, if I search for a home cleaning company 1234, and in my browser, what I'll find is a display of a variety of different companies now that also offer cleaning, and suddenly I've gotten distracted and I'm no longer on the SMB's website. What we do is we automatically put it on the website. We make it possible for them to ask for reviews instantly, and all of this it has a dominoes effect, because more reviews gets you higher ranking with search engines, and now particularly with the advent of AIs and GEO, makes it easier for customers to find you. As a result of that, possibly less spend on marketing dollars, or less, getting more for the effort put in marketing dollars. But we've given you a tool to be able to do that all directly from your website.
Right. Well, I mean, using AI to manage the customer journey, it ensures a professional experience that drives repeat business and higher margins. Now, Frank, let's look at how AI is transforming online booking into a smarter revenue tool. Tell us, how does your booking system handle both simple and complex service jobs?
So what's different between us and some of the other players, or at least the way we've differentiated ourselves. So most platforms today have a form of, calendar or a booking, and that booking technology, relative to what we've done with it, is created some advanced booking technology that not only makes it easier for consumers to engage with you and your product, but it makes it easier for them to everything from purchasing, booking, confirming a scheduled appointment, and paying you. The difference in our technology is that we've really catered our advanced booking technology to all the different user cases that you might find. So if you think of home services, it might be as simple as a cleaning company offering cleaning services, all the way to a renovation company offering much more complex type of renovation jobs that typically you cannot just price by asking a few questions. However, our technology is such that when you use it and put it on your website, we can cater to all those different types of sectors. And the customer is able to actually, by responding to certain specific questions that, again, our SMBs can fully customize using our online booking technology. It either can go from confirming right on the spot a booking and generating the revenue instantly by creating the sale right on the website, or it could be something what we refer to as interactive quoting. So our interactive quoting technology would be, for instance, for more complex jobs, where a consumer might not be able to get pricing right away from the website, but will be able to provide detailed enough information about the job that then when received by our SMB, and our SMB obviously inside their account, they can see all the incoming quotes, they can see all the incoming bookings, and so on and so forth. But in the particular for interactive quoting, they can then respond to that quote with different options on pricing. And when the consumer receives that interactive quote, There's no need for them to have to call back, etc. They're going to see all the different pricing options with the different types of scenarios that the SMB has been able to provide a quote on, and right from each one of those from that email or text message, they can actually click on the option of choice, and that option of choice now brings them to essentially adding additional information like their credit card, their address, the date that they'd like the job to get started, and from there they can actually confirm, not only respond to the quote, but they can actually go ahead and purchase the option from the quote that was sent to them by the SMB.
Right. And that is that providing real-time pricing and interactive quoting pages that allows the service business to really capture the intent the moment a customer lands on their site. Finally, Frank, let's explore how businesses can transition smoothly from manual systems to automation. Please tell us, what immediate impact do businesses see after switching to MioCommerce?
Yeah. So, I mean, again, the depending on the stage of the SMB where they are in their life cycle, if they're early stage, just a couple of years into business, or if they're much later in their life cycle where they're much more established, that the answer to that question will vary. But let's use the earlier stage where they're relatively new or they have an online presence, but the online presence is often a website with some kind of contact us or some kind of a form where customers can answer, but it's not interactive, it's not instant, it's not immediate. So by adding the technology, and by the way, we do also offer complete websites that we have a MioCommerce website builder where you can create your own customized websites. Those websites, they convert the what traditionally is an information website, which many SMBs in the service industry have, and they convert it into what we refer to e-commerce sites. So not only by adding the booking technology, our advanced booking technology to the website, but also the design and look of the website is made such that the consumer visiting the website is going to be able to interact and find the specific service that they're looking for. I'll give you an example. Most cleaning companies, and let's pick a residential cleaning company. They will have janitorial, commercial, residential cleaning services, descriptions of that nature on their website. We break it down because that's not how customers search. The way a consumer searches is typically going to put in, I'm looking for basic home cleaning, or I'm looking for a post renovation cleaning, or I'm looking for an Airbnb cleaning, or I'm looking for a spring cleaning or deep cleaning. We break every product, every single subset of that cleaning service into essentially a product on the website. And every single one of those services, so post renovation, deep cleaning, etc., has its own booking page, which is customized specifically for that service. So when the customer is searching, one, we make it the website, because we have content for all these different services. We make the visibility of the website, we increase the visibility of the website because we're using terminology that matches the way people are searching. Secondly, we match the service to a booking page so that the booking page can then respond specifically to that specific service. All of this is increasing not only the quality of the website, the ranking of the website, the findability of the website by search engines, but it's also, in the eyes of the consumer, increasing the professionalism, of the website itself. And specifically when somebody comes to your website, if it's a lot bit more specific to their needs or specific to what they're looking for, it will increase the engagement. And it's all about making certain that if you're building an online presence, when consumers are visiting you, you don't want to be spending dollars on Google ads or paid media, et cetera, or any marketing effort, only to have them come to your website and then not be able to engage them specifically with what they're looking for. Addressing their specific relevant need through the branding on the website and through the imagery and through the booking pages allows them then to engage further down the pipeline and makes it easier for them to be able to find what they're looking for and buy from you.
Mhm. That is a great and a very insightful response, Frank. And unifying our commerce and operations into one seamless system really removes the friction that usually prevents a small business from scaling. This was a great conversation. Thank you so much for covering a lot in this short amount of time. But as we wrap up, what advice would you give service owners that are overwhelmed by operations?
Yeah, so we all have our specialty, and most SMBs in the home and commercial service industry, both small and large, their expertise is in the services that they provide. What we do as NeoCommerce is we try to we provide an all-in-one e-commerce solution that allows you to not have to worry about the headaches of managing your online presence. We also provide a variety of back office tools, everything from dispatching, calendar management, payment collections, and a variety of other tools to basically run your entire back office, your entire supply chain. So we have the advanced booking pages, the websites for the front end for your consumer to engage with. But once they do engage with you, now you need to manage those jobs and you want to make your life really easy. You don't want to be doing this on technology or paper and pen. That's going to require a lot more effort. Our calendar management solution, for instance, you can drag and drop and reschedule a customer right from your calendar, or whether it be on your MioCommerce account, on your desktop, or on your mobile app. And we then provide a whole bunch of tools that make it easier for you to nurture these customers by making certain you keep them engaged, by making certain you resell and upsell to them into the long term. So essentially, we're giving you this all-in-one solution, one service provider, MioCommerce, and this way, you don't need to have to worry about a lot of the headaches of integrating with other applications or other technologies and trying to figure out how to make it all work. We provide that all-in-one solution for you.
Right. That's a great reminder, Frank, that the best technology is that kind of gives your life back, So thank you
Exactly.
so much for highlighting that throughout the interview today, and thank you for sharing such great expertise and your insights.
Now, thank you very much for having us, Maheen.
And listeners, I was Frank Botti from MioCommerce and Masterclass in how to use AI and intelligent automation to transform your home or commercial service business into a scalable, high growth engine. Thanks for tuning into the podcast. Please be sure to subscribe and visit CanadianSME.ca for more resources. A special shout out to our partners, UPS and ADP, for their ongoing commitment across the small business platform. Please keep thriving, and we'll see you in the next one.